Okay, here's a wild thought for you. Could a single company, just one bank, actually be bigger than an entire country? You know what? Forget one country. What about 5 countries combined? It sounds impossible, but let's dive in, because we're about to talk about a scale that is genuinely hard to wrap your head around.
I mean, seriously, can it? It sounds like a trick question, doesn't it? But this is the central idea we're going to unpack today, and I promise you, the answer is probably going to reset how you think about financial scale. The bank at the center of all of this? India's HDFC Bank.
So how is this even possible? Well, it all comes down to this one number right here, 15.3 lakh crore rupees. That's HDFC Bank's market capitalization. It's basically what the stock market says the entire company is worth. It's an absolutely astronomical figure, and it's the key to understanding everything that comes next.
And here we go. Here's our answer in black and white. On the left, you've got HDFC Bank's market value. And on the right, that's the combined gross domestic product, the entire economic output of Nepal, Myanmar, Mauritius, the Maldives, and Eswatini, all put together. The chart says it all. One Indian bank is, in fact, larger than the economies of those 5 nations.
Okay, so that global comparison is just wow. But let's bring it back home for a second. What does this kind of scale look like in India? How does this behemoth really stack up against its own domestic rivals?
So when you look at the top dogs in Indian banking, you can see HDFC isn't just leading the race. It's kind of running on a different track altogether. It's way, way bigger than its closest private competitor, ICICI Bank. And it even towers over the public sector giant, the State Bank of India.
But as big as that gap is, believe it or not, that's just the appetizer. The story gets truly mind-bending when we zoom out and look at the entire public banking sector. So just look at this setup. On one side, you have HDFC Bank, a single private company, and on the other, not one, not two, but the 6 largest government-owned banks in the entire country all rolled into one. We're talking about the absolute titans of public banking here.
And just so we're all on the same page, when we say public sector banks, or PSUs, we're talking about the bedrock of India's banking system. The government is the majority owner, and this group includes household names, SBI, Punjab National Bank, Bank of Baroda, the absolute pillars.
And here it is. This is the real punchline. Even when you add up the market value of the top 6 of these massive public sector banks, they still don't measure up to HDFC Bank. Just think about that for a second. One private company is worth more than the combined might of the 6 biggest state-owned banks.
All right, so it's pretty clear HDFC is a giant among banks, no question. But what happens if we stop comparing it to other banks and start comparing it to entire industries? This is where the sense of scale just gets wild.
So first up, let's look at the non-banking financial companies, the NBFCs. Now, these are the companies that offer a lot of bank-like services, but they don't have a full banking license. We're talking about huge, powerful players like Bajaj Finance, Muthoot Finance, and Shriyam Finance.
Now, if you take all of those heavy hitters, you bundle them up, their combined market cap is a massive 13.5 lakh crore rupees. It's a huge number, but you probably know where this is going. It's still smaller than HDFC Bank all by itself.
Okay, let's push this one final step further. Let's forget the world of finance entirely. How does this one bank stack up against an entire industry that makes real, tangible, physical stuff? I mean, this is just incredible. We're talking about the entire listed paint industry in India. This includes giants like Asian Paints, Berger, Nerolac, every single one of them. You add them all up and their total value is 5.6 lakh crore rupees. HDFC Bank absolutely dwarfs the whole sector.
Let that sink in for a minute. It's not just a little bigger. It's almost 3 times the size of the entire publicly traded paint industry combined. It's a company whose scale has completely jumped out of its own sector. So look, we've thrown around some absolutely jaw-dropping numbers today. But beyond the shock value, what does it all really mean? What are the implications when this much value gets concentrated in a single company?
And that's really the big question to walk away with. When one single entity grows to a scale that's bigger than nations, bigger than its competitors combined, and bigger than entire other industries, what does that mean for competition, for the economy, and for the rest of us? Definitely something to think about.